back then.
Hey, well, when you see
Caitlin
Catherine,
Clark.
what advice would you have making for
I just
her?
love that she tries to stay grounded, and I think it's so important to just to continue to do what she's doing, and no matter what other people do, then if people are negative, it's because they can't do what you do, basically, and hopefully she'll continue to do what she's doing.
She's someone that I really, really look up to, and she's really the reason, one of the biggest reasons I am who I am is because of her.
All right, let's get into it because this one has Hollywood whispering, Twitter buzzing, and the royal watchers absolutely losing their minds. Picture this: Serena Williams, the queen of tennis, the woman who has conquered Grand Slams, shattered glass ceilings, and owned the spotlight her entire career. She just dropped a revelation that nobody saw coming. And no, she wasn't gushing about her usual circle. She wasn't praising Meghan Markle. Instead, Serena turned the tables, shocked everyone, and crowned Catherine, the Princess of Wales, as her ultimate role model. Yes, you heard that right, Kate Middleton. Now let me spill this clearly. This wasn't some casual compliment. This was a full-on declaration. A statement so bold, so unexpected, that insiders are calling it a major shift in the world of celebrity alliances. Forget the glitz, forget the flash. Serena just aligned herself with Catherine, and it's sending shockwaves from Hollywood all the way to Buckingham Palace. Think about it. Serena has always admired women who can handle insane pressure while staying graceful. And here she was on a massive stage, brushing off questions about her old friends, yes, including Meghan, and instead shining the spotlight on Kate. Talk about a mic drop moment. Now, let's rewind a little because Serena's admiration for Catherine isn't brand new. This isn't just a sudden obsession. Back in 2018, when Serena was making her comeback after giving birth to her daughter Olympia, she was watching Catherine very closely. Remember when Kate stepped out just hours after giving birth to Prince Louis, perfectly composed, looking like she hadn't just gone through the most grueling human experience? Serena called her one heck of a woman. That respect was genuine, born out of Serena's own struggles balancing motherhood and her career. So fast forward to now, and it's all come full circle. Catherine's evolution, from university student to the future queen consort, has only deepened Serena's admiration. Because let's be honest, Catherine hasn't played the role of royal with arrogance or entitlement. She built her place quietly, through grace, through showing up, through substance. That's exactly the kind of power move Serena relates to. But here's where the drama thickens. Reports are flying around that Hollywood is cooling on Meghan Markle. Executives are no longer picking up her calls. Big deals are fizzling out. And while Meghan's star seems to be dimming, Serena just made the boldest choice possible. She put her public support behind Catherine. And the timing? Oh honey, it couldn't be juicier. Serena's birthday is coming up on September 26th, and the gossip is that Meghan is not invited. Yep, the woman she once called a friend won't be anywhere near that guest list. Tabloids are saying Meghan's fuming. Hollywood insiders are whispering about rejection. And Serena? She's not even engaging. She's busy praising Kate. When you peel this back, you see something bigger. Catherine isn't out here chasing headlines. She doesn't need constant press. Her impact comes through her actual work, over 20 patronages from mental health to early childhood development. Her projects like Heads Together, the Shaping Us campaign, her fundraising during the pandemic, all of it has substance. She's not giving the world Instagram drama. She's giving the world results. And Serena, as a mother and a trailblazer herself, sees that. She connects with Catherine's balance of motherhood, family, and duty. While Meghan is making headlines for alleged Hollywood snubs, Catherine is inspiring icons like Serena through action. And don't forget, Catherine has faced some serious battles herself. In 2024, she went through major surgery that led to a cancer diagnosis. The entire world held its breath, but instead of hiding, she shared her story in a raw, emotional video that connected her to millions of people who had faced the same struggles. She showed up at Trooping the Color at Wimbledon with the same warmth and elegance she's always had. That's resilience. That's strength. Serena knows what it's like to fight for your life, literally. She nearly died from complications after childbirth in 2017, so when she looks at Catherine's story, she sees a mirror of her own fight, her own willpower. And that's why this endorsement isn't fluff. It's personal. Now let's pause for a second and picture the scene. Serena, asked point blank about Meghan and her Hollywood circle, doesn't take the bait. She doesn't even say Meghan's name. Instead, she pivots with a smile. I've got so much respect for women who lead with quiet strength. And then she starts talking about Catherine. If that's not a statement, I don't know what is. So now that Serena's bombshell is out there, let's peel back the layers. Why is Catherine Of all people, the one Serena chose to praise so publicly, especially at a time when Meghan Markle's name is swimming in headlines for all the wrong reasons? Well, here's the thing. Catherine isn't chasing clout. She isn't hopping from deal to deal, hoping Hollywood execs pick up her calls. She's steady, she's focused. Her entire brand is built on action, not noise. And that, darling, is exactly why she's winning hearts, including Serena's. Let's talk about Catherine's roots for a second. Born in 1982 to a middle-class family in Berkshire, she didn't grow up in palaces or with tiaras waiting on her dresser. Her parents ran a party supplies business. She went to Marlborough College, studied art history, played field hockey, went hiking in Chile during her gap year, and eventually met Prince William at St. Andrews University. Catherine Middleton wasn't handed royalty. She earned her way into it, and she carried her grounded, hardworking nature right into the palace. By the time her wedding in 2011 was watched by billions, she wasn't just some glamorous bride. She was already being groomed by life itself to balance tradition and modernity. And she's nailed it. She didn't stop at wearing the crown jewels. She carved her own niche. She co-founded Heads Together in 2016, tearing down the stigma around mental health. She created Hold Still in 2021, spotlighting the resilience of everyday people during the pandemic. She launched Shaping Us in 2023, reminding the world that the first 5 years of a child's life shape their future. This is a woman building real legacies. And then came 2024, her health crisis. Imagine being told you have cancer while the world watches your every move. Catherine didn't hide. She addressed it head-on with a heartfelt video that wasn't polished PR fluff. It was raw, vulnerable, and deeply human. And then, just months later, she's back at royal duties, waving at crowds, smiling at Wimbledon, standing tall at Trooping the Color. That's not just resilience, that's warrior spirit. No wonder Serena sees her as the ultimate role model. Because remember, Serena has lived this. In 2017, she nearly lost her life after giving birth. She's had to fight for her health, for her place in a world that didn't always want her to succeed. So when Serena looks at Catherine, she doesn't just see a princess. She sees a woman who's fought battles behind the scenes and still shows up stronger than ever. Meanwhile, the Meghan Markle headlines, they're not so flattering. Hollywood insiders are whispering that Meghan's projects are falling flat, that her phone calls aren't being returned, that the big execs have quietly moved on. The Hollywood Reporter even hinted at indifference surrounding her ventures. Ouch. And then, the cherry on top, Meghan allegedly not invited to Serena's upcoming September 26th birthday bash. If true, that's more than just gossip. That's a loud statement about where Serena stands. And let's not sugarcoat it. Meghan's exclusion is feeding the narrative. You've got tabloids spinning stories of Meghan's fury, YouTubers claiming she's been snubbed, and fans wondering if the once tight Serena-Meghan bond is officially broken. And at the same time, Serena's out here praising Catherine. Coincidence? Please. Now, Catherine's influence isn't just about surviving health scares or waving gracefully at royal events. She's reshaping what it means to be a modern royal. She's hands-on as a mom, dropping George, Charlotte, and Louis off at school, taking photos of them herself instead of staging huge photo shoots, and living as normal a life as you can inside palace walls. She balances motherhood and duty in a way that makes her relatable to millions of women, including Serena. Let's not forget fashion. Catherine has made sustainable fashion chic. She rewears dresses, champions British designers, and still manages to look flawless. Compare that with the flashy, ever-changing Hollywood aesthetic, and you see why people respect her authenticity. And beyond fashion and family, Catherine's working on the global stage. She co-founded the Earthshot Prize with Prince William in 2020, giving millions to innovators tackling climate change. She's spoken up for children's education during visits to Pakistan and Ireland. She supported addiction recovery programs, maternal mental health alliances, and mental health tech like the Shout service. This is impact on a massive scale. So when Serena put Catherine on that pedestal, she wasn't just talking about style or poise, she was recognizing substance. Serena basically said, "I value women who lead with quiet strength." And honestly, that one line said it all. Now here's the kicker. This isn't just about Catherine or Serena. It's about a bigger shift in how people view influence. Hollywood might thrive on noise, but people are craving authenticity. Catherine represents that shift. She's not out here staging photo ops for the sake of likes. She's building something real, brick by brick, and that's why Serena's statement matters. It's not a random compliment, it's a sign of where culture is heading. Role models aren't the loudest voices in the room anymore. They're the ones who lead by example. So, let's zoom out. Meghan's exclusion from Serena's birthday is fueling speculation of a falling out. Catherine's star is rising higher than ever, even after a grueling health battle. And Serena Williams, one of the most influential athletes in history, just made it crystal clear. Catherine, not Meghan, is her role model. This isn't just gossip, it's a cultural moment. A tennis legend endorsing a future queen. A Hollywood scene quietly turning its back on drama. And a new type of leadership being celebrated. One rooted in authenticity, grace, and resilience. So the question is Catherine the ultimate modern icon? Has she quietly outshined Meghan in both influence and admiration? Or is this just the beginning of a bigger realignment of celebrity loyalties? One thing's for sure, Serena's words weren't just a slip. They were deliberate, powerful, and dripping with meaning. And in a world obsessed with loudness, Catherine's quiet strength is suddenly the loudest thing of all.